So often, the things that we love the most are the things that we try to control because we fear love. Because love can be risky, it feels dangerous, it's disappointing sometimes, and it's quite uncertain. And we're so afraid of losing, of getting hurt, of going without, of something bad happening, and we're afraid of humans failing us. And we're afraid of our own human failure. When we're confronted with our own mistakes or our own inadequacies or other people's mistakes or misgivings or with something that we just can't control or don't feel like we can control, we partner with fear and we try to control what we fear. Our spouse not acting like we want him to or her to, or not meeting our needs in the way that we think that they should. Our children not living up to a certain standard or being who we think they should be. Or our circumstances just not lining up with the way that we think they should or we thought they would, or that we think we deserve. Our lives just not going the way that we thought they would. And in those moments, we are critical. We withhold. We become angry. We manipulate. And we punish. We punish others and we punish ourselves in those moments. We punish ourselves if we don't measure up to a certain standard or make a certain or have a certain achievement or a certain level of success, and we punish others who don't come through for us in the way that we need them to. But what about love? Where is love in that? I love how Danny Silk describes how we turn to our fear and control because we don't really know love. We haven't really experienced what real love is. Real love from our Father, from our Creator, because God is love. And he says this. He says, if you don't know God, he'll look a lot like you. You'll make him up and you'll be a rock star in that relationship. When we don't know who God is because we don't know his love and how his love works, we get scared and we turn him and our relationship with him into what we already know. And then we model all of our other relationships after that one relationship. So stop for a moment and take a look at your relationships. Your relationship with God, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your children, your spouse, your loved ones. Are you telling yourself that you love them and that you're being loving when actually you're attempting to exercise control with rules and expectations and then punishing? Punishment's that tool that we use to try to restore a person to a right relationship with our rules. It's not love. So ask yourself, are my relationships rule-driven or are they love-driven? There is not life and there is no love in the rules. Yet when we know love, when we know that real love and we experience it in the deepest part of our soul, and then when we choose that love on a daily basis, love removes that need for punishment. It removes the need for control. It removes the need for manipulation. Because when we choose love, it eradicates fear. It erases it completely. And as John 4:18 says, there is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. For fear has to do with punishment. One who fears is not made perfect in love. In other words, that one who fears doesn't know real love because they've never experienced it. And if we're going to live in love, in connection, in true intimacy, in peace and joy in our relationships, if we're going to enjoy our relationships with ourselves, our loved ones, our God, and even with our life, then we have to know how to interact with other people and with ourselves in such a way that eliminates that option of manipulation and of punishment. The need to control people because when they fail us, and the need to punish ourselves for our own human inadequacies. We've got to choose every day. Today, will you choose fear or will you choose love?